Hey everybody, JAYBO here. Thank you for joining me today on this big milestone. We hit 50,000 subscribers. I never thought the channel would grow to that size. It was crazy when we hit 25k, 10k, even 1,000, even 100. These were all big milestones for me. It's just one of those things you don't really expect when you're making videos as part of a hobby for fun. And that's what this will continue to be. I think I've said this every single milestone video, but it's all about enjoyment, being welcoming, being entertaining. I just hope that I can continue to be entertaining. A huge thank you to viewers, both new and old, but especially those of you that have been around for so long that I hope that I can continue to entertain you. I have a good time making these videos, and as long as I continue to have fun and I have the time to do it, we're going to be here till we hit that 100k to get that silver YouTube play button. We'll put it up on the wall back there by the map. But yes, I have a non-comprehensive list here of folks that have contributed to my channel over the years. Again, non-comprehensive because it's impossible to look back and possibly go through an entire list of everybody I've ever had a good interaction with. But I hope that I can touch on some notable folks who have been part of the JAYBO community that have really just left good, long-standing memories for me. And at the top of the list has to be channel members. It has to be because it really tops just my true appreciation, genuine appreciation and thanks for people who are willing to be channel members, because to me that means that you are finding a level of entertainment, a level of satisfaction. You're taking something from what I'm making and are showing your appreciation back to me by being a channel member, and that means a lot. And I know that you're there when I need help picking out new series, when I want to give more personal opinions, and when I want to share cute pictures of my dog, you know? But truly, anybody who is willing to be a channel member, that really does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate it. And I just want to make sure that that's thanked here right at the top of the list. Next up, you'll notice that we've had thumbnails, awesome thumbnails, and new channel art for the 50,000 milestone. So the new banner and the icon, those were made by N Northwest, who also makes my thumbnails. He does a great job. I'm like really blessed to have found someone who is happy to make these for me. I think he's doing a great job with the thumbnails, and hopefully it makes things a little more organized for you all as well, and I hope you're enjoying them. So thank you so much, Northwest. And then people that I've collaborated with in the past. So obviously Deltron Live, you know, we had years we were playing the co-op mode on StarCraft 2. We had such a fun time with that. Subsorian, he's administrating the lore Discord. I think he does a great job there. I think we jive on a lot of our opinions in general, and I always have a good time talking with him. Of course, Giant Grant Games. I have so much fun every time I play anything with Grant on stream. We've just had a blast, and by extension also synergy. I think the three of us have a really good synergy, haha. And all the series that we've made have always turned out great, and it's really just been fun. Again, I can't stress enough. I know it almost seems cliche at this point, but truly, you know, those fun times are what leave lasting memories, and that's what's really important to me. So thank you so much to people that I have collaborated with in the past, and we've had a good time. And there are communities as well, groups of people and individuals as part of the map making communities, or people that are tangential that help test, or just in general, you know, parts of the JAYBO community or close to the JAYBO community that have contributed. Like the Mass Recall team really started it all for me, but in particular, Jones has just been such a supportive and friendly and kind individual. You know, I worked closely with him in Omega Weapon for the update for the most recent Mass Recall. Azure Guy was involved as well, and I just want to say thank you to that team, because they got me started with all of this community stuff years and years ago. It's been 8+ years at this point, and you know, Jones and Telenil really got that project coordinated in the first place. And more recently, again, I just want to shout out Jones and say thank you for just being a nice person, and I appreciate that. I think Dudekey has a really nice community as well, specifically people in there like Vastin, Vengeful Strudel, Alarak, Cheek. I think that's like, it's a really core StarCraft 2 group that, again, is just very kind and is excited to have people come in and play their things, and they're also very generous when it comes to answering people's questions. So I just want to say that's a little community there that I think deserves recognition. Luis, the creator of Odyssey, I think I have a pretty nice close relationship with Luis where we just chat about stuff every so often. Not to mention I love Odyssey, but I just want to say Luis is a great person, and I appreciate the time that we spend when we chat. Shardundred and the Arcane community. Char's gone out of his way to play the co-op series with me for Warcraft 3. When we tried that out, the human campaign, several months ago at this point. It might have been a year ago at this point, ish. But we had a great time with that. And just Arcane in general had some real staying power on my channel. People continue to like it. And Char is an active member of the community, is very friendly. Outsider XZ, similarly, I was actually able to meet Outsider XZ in person when he came and visited New York one time. Seven Blood with the revamp campaigns. She's made those into hugely popular projects and is also a very active member in my community. There's just such a slew of Warcraft 3 creators, it's hard to go through them all. But in general, I've had very good experiences with almost every Warcraft 3 community creator. So thank you. And then the UED AIP community, too, that Necron runs, I think I have a pretty good relationship there, and I spend a lot of time there just talking about content creation. So even though it's only one project in a slew that I've played on my channel, I actually spend quite a lot of time there just chatting about maps, and I've had a really good time there. So just want to say thank you to like Necron, Cools, Vorgaz, Chenla. And speaking of Chenla, kind of like a power member of the JAYBO community, was there and answered so many questions regarding Age of Empires 2 and Command & Conquer when I was branching out, so thank you. And just administration for sites that are hosting content that I play. So big thank you to SC2 Mapster and Star Edit, I think are the two that I'd really want to say thank you to, because I've been pulling stuff from these sites for years now. The administration keeps those sites running, and especially because the communities are just friendly. I really can't stress enough that I really want the JAYBO community to be one that is welcoming and friendly, and hopefully I can emulate that and set an example. Right? Not always perfect. If someone wants to argue and get in the mud, I'm happy to do it sometimes. But really, what this community I think has to be, because it's what I look for in other communities, is one that is willing to be helpful and mostly just be willing to be kind to each other. And I appreciate that. I appreciate people in the community that are sort of paragons of that, that set that example. And I want to thank my mods. I want to thank Miasmatic especially, because he's created some channel art and has always given really trustworthy input regarding stuff on the channel as well. Dracon and Kanal, never pronounced it right. Dracon and Kanal doing the Lord's work again, deleting spam, and then they're also stream mods along with Sure Classic and Mr. Purple. I just appreciate people who are willing to take time out of their day to give input, help moderate, help with stream art or channel art in general, give ideas for new series, anything like that. It's just it's weird. It's not like, even though I've been doing this for 8 years, it's not like I feel like I've internalized the idea of being like a community leader / figurehead. It still feels strange. It doesn't necessarily come naturally. So I guess that's good, because I hope that I can never forget or take for granted the time and the effort that people put in for my benefit. And I never want to lose sight of that. I think that's one of the most important things, I think, when it comes to this, is it's not about necessarily being humble. It's simply not losing sight of the fact that, like, I'm not in some different league than anyone who's viewing, right? We're all looking for some level of escapism or simply just entertainment, or an extension of things that we already enjoy. We're looking for more of that, like Warcraft 3 maps, for example, that you can play by yourself when you're bored. Again, I can give you that, give you ideas for that, ways to expand that, the scope of that. Just because I have the channel and I have the microphone, that doesn't put me in like a different league per se. And again, it's important to me that I don't lose sight of the fact that there are people who put in time and effort behind the scenes, even with suggestions, even by making sure that the community is a more welcoming place than it otherwise could be. Those those people are important and deserve recognition. Kind of the silent runners of just being online in general. I was going to say of the JAYBO community, but simply being online and going out of your way to be kind to others is important. And, you know, the last several years, I try to put more of a focus on mental health, especially my own, but also trying to spread that love a little bit and put in a little bit of mental energy to give other people the benefit of the doubt sometimes, etc., etc. But it's been a wild ride. You know, the good massively outweighs the bad. I've met so many great people. I would say, you know, the good has outweighed the bad by such a massive margin that, like, even though there have been poor interactions occasionally, it's really hard to let, like, the bad comments feel like, you know, much worse than they are, when the vast majority of feedback that I get and interactions that I have are very positive. So I'd like to keep it that way, and I hope I can do the same for you, just give you something that you can continue to enjoy. Here's something that's kind of fun. Someone wrote a fan fiction several years ago in which I am a character in it. It's a blast. We read some of it on stream a couple weeks ago, so I'm going to put up an edited version of reading parts of that. I hope you enjoy it. It's really fun. So I feel like that's a perfect addendum to the 50K subscriber milestone thank you video. Once again, thank you all, both old and new viewers. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you later. If anyone is confused on what this is, we all are. Nobody knows. All right? Nobody understands this. Somebody wrote a fan fiction. I don't know how this was found, but, like, I'm a character in it. I don't think I'm the main character. I don't show up till, like, chapter 12, but I'm in it. It really is strange. Sakura walked up to the slender but masculine boy. Oh, no, no, no. She also looked at the forest worriedly. She had seen what had happened when they attacked Brezia, and she thought that it was strange how there wasn't retaliation near Brezia yet. Should I go investigate this then? JAYBO said casually. His gravity rings had reached a new height. I don't know what the gravity ring is. And he was confident in his speed to run away. His rings had reached over 50. That's such a high power level. Normally, this is impossible for a normal human, but JAYBO's magic have successfully transformed into a body strength control. JAYBO's magic have successfully transformed into a body strength control. Magic will transform it into what its user desires. JAYBO then asked Sakura to call Silver as he wait at the bottom of the wall. When she left, he jumped down the high walls and landed on the ground with a thud. His body could be said to have no useless muscles at all. That's me, baby. He likely could break a rock with his bare hands without a scream. JAYBO continued to wait till Silver and Sakura. JAYBO and his girlfriends, ? Then started walking towards the demon territory casually. The demon territory was made of purple trees. I want to point out, I picked a random chapter. This is just where we started. Goddamn right, girlfriends, plural. Yes, Brett. Yes, that's exactly what it is. This place sure looks creepy, in parentheses. The sun was high, but the demon territory was covered with mist. The mist wasn't thick. I'm glad we got that detail. The mist thickness. But it seems to be blocking the sun's blessing, so the area around looks more morbid. The atmosphere wasn't pleasing to JAYBO at all. Don't pretend like you know what atmosphere I would find pleasing. Author. Creepy. Silver was shivering, but tried to keep a brave face, which was kind of cute, according to JAYBO in our post fanfic interview with him. He said, you know what? She was shivering, but I could tell she was trying to be brave, and that was cute. But now we get JAYBO's point of view. I walked down the demon territory with Sakura and Silver. The area around seems, period. How should I describe this? Purple? Morbid? Sad? Sage words from our protagonist, JAYBO. Yes, it seems lifeless, like a living thing shouldn't even exist here. Silver was already shivering, which is cute. I thought we'd been over this. I can still remember our date, back when Sakura, and Silver went. Man, I got 2 bitches. I'm sorry, I don't refer to women as bitches in an unironic sense. I think if you've been watching me long enough, you probably know. They suddenly turned aggressive and kissed me while eating a kind of... Okay, we gotta break this down. There's so much about this that is a delight. Yeah, that's true. The title of the stream is Eldritch Horror, and that does fit. They suddenly turned aggressive and kissed me. Both of them at the same time, apparently, while eating just a kind of food. Sakura was more aggressive as late. She kept attacking him in different ways. Silver followed suit and wears shirts which showed her cleavage more than before. And it worked wonderfully on me. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Silver followed suit and wear shirts which showed her cleavage more than before. And it worked wonderfully on me. Once again, a disclaimer, this is not really me. This is a weirdo's interpretation of me. Though, to be honest, I'm a little offended that anybody could actually ever listen to me, ever, and make a character thinking, yeah, this might be what JAYBO thinks. I just love the girls' pale skin. They seem to contain such elasticity that JAYBO wouldn't get bored with touching it. If I found an idiom for Sakura's beauty, Sakura was a diamond, and Silver like a fragile artwork. Nowadays, with that bastard gone, I have no roommate, and the 2 girls came over to be my temporary roommates. Nowadays, with that bastard gone, I don't have a roommate. I'm getting mixed messages. Was he a bastard? Like, it's good he's gone? But, wait, now I don't have a roommate. How am I gonna pay my rent with all my non-useless muscles? This is the most narcissistic thing I've ever done. We're gonna do a Control F on JAYBO. What? Meanwhile, JAYBO was teaching Zagara the world's culture. Oh, there's a snake woman, too. This is really exciting. Don't you know? Under the kingdom of Gaxul lays a device said to be able to talk to the gods. How could you not know that, JAYBO, with all of your non-useless muscles and love of pale skin? But even the proud races of the elves know not how to activate the device. However, the Demon King is said to be able to activate this device, according to the legend. But never once had they reached the device, for the elves had guarded it successfully. All this may seem to be a myth to you, but to us monsters, it's real, the snake woman explained. JAYBO, who was shocked at the revelation. Also, who's Mark? For him to be that strong, could it be Mark? Not Mark! He had a hard time taking down a demon lord. To face all of them, including the Demon King at once, is next to impossible. Sakura, our waifu, believes in us. JAYBO, however, knew deep down that Mark had never been serious when he fought Jay. It seems he had some tricks up his sleeves that he refrained from using. Somehow JAYBO will wonder, why is Mark's left hand that was missing such a perfect cut? Why? Wait. Sometimes JAYBO will wonder, why is Mark's left hand that was missing had such a perfect cut? Is the hand missing? Or was there a cut previously that is now missing? As if planned to be cut off in the start. It had been a question nagging in his mind, but you know what? This person nailed, they know me so well. Every couple weeks, they catch me. They catch me slipping. I'm out there thinking like, Mark's a cool dude. But why is his hand missing such a perfect cut? Anyways, I love the third-person omniscient. Anyways, they went up to the headquarters of the Elf Council to discuss the matter and the upcoming danger JAYBO informed them about. The armies of Zion will reach here later, but the heroes arrived here first. But seriously, Jay, I haven't finished the books in my library yet. How can you do this to me? Oh, okay, this is how... Okay, now you can really see the inspirations. Come on, Siri. I mean, Mark. You can do better than this if you'll just listen to Mira's lecturing, you know? Robert decided to butt into the conversation and voice his opinion. Nice to say for a freaking class president, Mark retorted with a low voice. Is Manaroth a professor in this one, too? After finishing greeting the esteemed heroes, JAYBO proceeded to explain the situation. Wait, so I'm not one of the heroes? Am I like the mentor to the heroes? Like, I'm too strong. I come in at the end after the heroes do most of the battling, and I come in and I do, like, the master battle against the Demon King. After finishing greeting the esteemed heroes, JAYBO proceeded to explain the situation, with Zagara as a witness and representative of the Monster Nation. Well, by mother, I mean the original place we got the blueprint for the weapon, the time orb, teleportation rings, everything we have. What? Oh, there's a Carax, too. JAYBO played down the injured Sakura. He stared at the Demon Lord in front of him. His eyes were filled with anger. He clenched his fist. His feet were firmly placed on the ground. The demon fought back. It used its massive power to rush himself towards JAYBO. But the next thing he knew... Here we go, boys. JAYBO was right in front of him. He calmly raised his punch. He calmly raised his punch and punched Grodius in the abdomen 10 times in 4 seconds. Did you think I was exaggerating earlier when I said that I punched the demon in the chest? You thought, oh, that's a hyperbole. There's no way. No. He calmly raised his punch and punched Grodius in the abdomen 10 times in 4 seconds. I don't know how you could punch that fast and ever be described as calm. He had surpassed the limit of a human and became a true hero. That was like when I had 3 series ongoing at the same time. On the same day. He didn't wait for Grodius to counter, as he suddenly appeared behind him. Nothing personnel, kid. Grodius wasn't an amateur as he jumped up and avoided the blow. Grodius then tried to punch Jay, but Jay punched back, and a huge shockwave was created. They continued to fight and exchange blows. The ground beneath them broke apart from the mere power of the exchange of blows. No matter what Grodius did, he can't seem to overwhelm Jay in this exchange of blows. JAYBO was instead overwhelming him. He sent back more punch than even Grodius can imagine. All of the Grodius blows were blocked and countered and blocked. He had shock in his eyes. This isn't human. This is... JAYBO. Grodius rained down more and more punches at Jay, but Jay shut him up with a single fist. Jay kicked the demon in the head. I don't know why that part was so funny to me. Jay kicked the demon in the head and blew him away with some craters for decoration. The injured Grodius jumped up at the sky, his eyes filled with anger. I'm not done yet, hero! Grodius unleashed all the magic inside of him. He input it inside of his body as he prepared for the final blow. And then what he saw angered him. JAYBO has no fear in his eyes. The Demon Lord summoned the last of his strength and gathered the powers in front of him. I will crush you. I will defeat you. I will kill you! Dark destruction. But remember, there's not a useless muscle in my body. Can I shout out the person in the chat who said, I don't understand what you say, so goodbye? That's the right decision, my friend. The blast came down with a ray of light. If it hits the ground, all that would be left would be a large volcano hole. But I will crunch you too, demon. Punch. They try to make me seem as casual as possible. With that word, the power that was coming down using all of the Demon Lord's power was split wide open, and the demon was blown away with it. And ended the life of the Demon Lord Grodius. End of part 1 of the chapter. You didn't even punch him, you just said punch and fucking annihilated him. Some people are like, hey, JAYBO, I came here to watch Arthas campaign. And you're over here reading a story about how you're made of pure steel muscles and you casually kill the Demon King? Yes. Absolutely. That's what you're here for.